like JAK, it's my first time. Goddamn, man, she's so fine. She got a body and a sharp mind. Not a 9, she a straight dime. Short skirt and some hot socks. She finished up.
Hello, everybody.
And welcome to JAK.
Was live.
Almost live.
Almost live. Okay, so let me do a quick throwdown of why we're recording this and not doing this live, which was our original plan. Obviously, YouTube is down. If you haven't heard by now, you have been under a rock or at work. Either way, it doesn't really matter. But we are going to just record this whole episode, upload it, and then next week, hopefully YouTube has their shit together and get their stuff working.
Let's check the live chat.
No.
We finally had a beautiful live chat.
Yeah, we've got. By the way, how'd you like our windows? James did that.
Yeah.
Yay! He did something.
Fat man clap.
A fat man clap. But yeah. So we started doing the live stream. We found a way around it, but the internet went, and that just wasn't working. I mean,
on the flip side, that source is now saying it's down too. So
yeah. So it didn't pan out the way we wanted it to. So
virus conspiracy, maybe. Getting rid of live streaming.
But it doesn't really matter
I've
either
been
way.
Bouncing that idea around for like 3 hours since I first saw YouTube is down.
So I've already opened the can, I've already done the intro, but I'm going to do it again just so that way people feel included. If you are new here and you don't know what we're about, if you're wearing headphones, please go like this.
Or this.
Last time I had to wait for a ping. I'm not waiting for the ping this time. Hello, everybody. My name is Kyle the Irishman Morrow, and welcome to JAK.
Was
almost live.
That kind of fucked up the intro. On audio,
Alex Fatman Gregory.
and on video,
James Papa Fuzzy Leach.
and together we are JAK. And we're so glad you guys could join us here. We already had a date screw up, the internet screw up, and YouTube screw up, and now we had to do this shit.
And I haven't even told you the good news. It looks like we're going to have to do this schedule next week.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
So, yeah, things have been kind of for us today, and I need more caffeine. I haven't slept yet. So, let's go ahead and start with the first story. We kind of got shit set up now, and we're going to try to keep it under an hour just because the upload time is going to be a bitch.
Yep.
So, we're going to have to go through this fast like we used to do. Starting with GameStop. So, apparently, we did this on the live stream. If you saw it on the live stream, kudos to you. Thumbs up, please.
Their CEO said, I quit.
Well, not exactly CEO, but we will talk about this.
COO or
So,
something.
in the past year, GameStop's stock has dropped 40%, I believe it was, 40% in the last year.
We could probably pull our money together and buy GameStop.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, we'll give them the same price they give us. Tree
$3.50.
But I mean, so not only that is going on, but the COO and the CFO have decided to resign out of nowhere for no fucking reason. Now, be honest with you, it's probably a good thing to go because I got a quick glimpse of what those individuals look like.
Yeah,
They were about the same age as Betty White.
Well, they say rats flee a sinking ship.
Yeah.
That was my next thought, honestly. When I first saw the pictures and heard this story,
They're looking at the numbers and going, this boat is going down, abort.
You want to hear something really funny is that GameStop actually put a statement out that said that they were going to try to save money by cutting this, that, and the other. And they listed a whole bunch of shit. But the individuals who are leaving, get this, the individuals who are leaving are going to get a healthy allowance of $70,000 a month. Plus, they get, it's not royalties, but something else of the equivalent of $3 million a year.
What?
But they're trying to save money.
Yeah, I'd jump off a boat too if that's what was going on.
Yeah, for real. If I'm
You
getting
can
paid
give me
that
$3 million right now and never see my fat ass again.
Ain't that the truth? Fat. I should take offense to that. He's calling himself fat.
Fat
Skinny
shaming.
motherfucker.
He's fat shaming.
You guys are fit shaming.
Can that be a thing?
Yeah,
That
it's
should
a
be
thing now.
It is now.
Hashtag fit shaming.
We're doing it. But anyway, I mean, the thing is like you said, it does kind of sound like rats are leaving the sinking ship, so to speak.
Yep.
In my personal opinion, that's what's going on. Now, we all know the jokes. We've all heard the jokes. You buy a game one day and you take it back in the next day. You spend $60 the first day, you get $350 at the second day. It doesn't make sense.
That
And
damn Loch Ness monster just wants his tree
He
fitted.
just wants street
well,
fitting.
like we were saying on the live stream, though, the retro gaming area has been growing, and I kind of feel like this is a
Their
missed market
Problem
for them.
is they're doing used games,
Yeah.
old retro games, but
Right.
only online. And
Right.
you have no clue what condition that game is in until
Absolutely no
you
clue.
open up your mail.
I mean, you could be getting
might-
you could be getting a cartridge that's all corroded.
Yeah,
That-
actually, people have actually opened boxes
Oh, they
to
have.
show games.
Really?
They worked, but like barely.
Barely, but they
Oh,
were in
God.
shitty condition.
And see, this is the thing. Most of GameStop nowadays is full of trinkets,
Like trinkets, odds and ends,
T-shirts,
home,
Funko Pops.
nerd home decor.
Yeah, that was something in our local GameStop area. Well, and
Yeah.
where I live, I almost said the name, but where I live, the local one there. Every time I go in there, there's a bigger and bigger display, which I only go in there every few months, if that at all. And they have a bigger and bigger Funko Pop area every time I
Yep.
go in there.
Yeah,
Like,
There
used to be
is-
a small shelf about yay big and this long.
There are actually a handful of people in Meridian that collect the Funko Pops.
I like
And I
Funko
have
Pops.
ran into a couple of them at GameStop, and that's all they're in there for. It's just
just the Funko
Funkos.
Pops.
like there was even one guy. I applaud you, dude, because as a game collector, I appreciate how you are with these Funko Pops. Because he even looked at the boxes, like a ding in the box, and no,
That's a no-go.
not this one.
Man.
Because the guy had saved, I think it was 3 of the same figure for him to look at and look through. And one of them had done got knocked loose in the box. The box looked good, but it was knocked loose. Another one had a ding in the box, and the other one looked good. You can guess at which one he took home.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
You know, a true collector.
The
Right there.
collectors want them in perfect shape.
well, I mean, if you think about it, if you can keep them and hashtag fit shaming.
Wow.
Make it popular. Make it popular.
Making me feel good because I can walk without tie my shoes without getting out of breath.
Hey, those shoestrings fought me. All right, I don't want to hear
Hey, shoestrings.
Dude,
can be
you've
hell.
seen my boots. I got zippers. I'm the smart fat person.
But
it.
anyway,
You're
back
going to
over-
be the old guy that has Velcro shoes on you.
I'm just gonna have my same zip up boots
look.
or my flip flops.
But anyway.
I bought slip-on shoes today just because I get tired of tying shoes.
You masturbating shoes?
Look at these.
I can't see nothing. Kyle's too fat.
Oh, my God.
Oh,
Little
Lord.
Walmart.
That is a
slip-on
sign of
Earth
old
shoes.
age.
Those are grandpa's shoes.
They are. That is a sign of old
That's
age,
a
my
si-
friend.
That's a sign that I'm getting old.
Hey, look on the bright side. He went for slip-on shoes rather than socks and sandals. You got to give him that.
I think I got
part.
another 15 years before I do that.
We love you, Bet. My niece proceeded, not last week, but the week before last, to tell me that socks with sandals is a fashion statement.
Says you can't dress yourself.
Yeah, it looks like you're a tourist. Anyway, back to the story. So it sounds like to me that they're ditching.
Yep.
And it sounds, honestly, by the looks of it, by the way, I just want to point this out, just by their pictures, they look like the same age as fucking Betty White. Okay, they've
Damn.
been around since sliced bread was invented. But I mean, when you have people like that who are running the main section of the company, it's time to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Right.
as much as I hate to sound kind of, I don't want to say biased, but
Ageist.
I guess, they can't keep up with the new trends. I mean, look at what companies are doing now with gaming. Most of it is digital or electronical, whatever you want to call it.
It's download, but you still have people that have shitty internet service.
Well, see, me and my brother, we prefer discs.
That's how I am.
yeah, I
we
do too.
Thoroughly,
I want a hard copy.
yeah, I want something in my hand for the money I got.
Yeah.
So to me, that's just a personal preference. Although digital is a lot easier, though, and I understand the appeal because I kind of am on that as well sometimes. But the thing is we have Epic Games. They've gone all digital.
Right.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry.
And then what was the other one?
Ubisoft.
No,
Ubisoft.
They do both.
Ubisoft.
Ubisoft. The Division 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. I'm thinking of companies that you can go and buy bundles and bundles of game. What's the name of that company? Well, I just had a brain fart of the name of that
Steam?
company.
You can buy
Uh,
bundles.
Yeah, they always have sales going on. Help me out.
Target?
Steam.
Steam,
talking
that's
about
it. Thank
Steam?
you. Fucking Steam.
I thought you were talking about a physical store for a
No,
second.
no. It's not a physical store. It's an online store. Yeah, things like Steam and Epic Games. Most of them get a good chunk of business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a reason for that. It's because it's online, it's modern, it's kind of gained a name for itself.
Actually, you know what's bad is when you have a Steam account and you have a game and you forgot you had that game till you download it on a new computer 5 years later. Because keep in mind, I have Skyrim on the PS4.
Yeah.
I thought about buying it for the Switch and said, nah, fuck it. The Zelda suit wasn't enough for me.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, I got this new computer. Let's put it on there. And I was like, how much is this going to cost me? And I'm like,
I already
have this?
But I mean, like, you have these style of companies out there, and they are running away with all the money, or at least a good, I want to say quarter, if not more, of people in the market. And then you have other companies, like you were saying earlier, like Target.
Yep.
Walmart is still kind of going,
Best
but
Buy, Target's dead.
Best Buy. Well, no, Target's not dead. They're still alive. They're just not here.
Oh, no, they're dying. They're dead.
They're over in the West. They're very popular in the West.
We have a Target.
Barely.
We have a Target like 60 miles from here, 70
Yeah,
miles from here.
it's like a little drive away. And then you have things like Amazon. Now, Amazon is probably doing the good chunk of it because most people, they're like,
eBay.
just buy it on Amazon. No, most people are doing Amazon.
I'm doing Amazon more now.
Yeah.
Well, I'm talking about for the used market on it.
Well, used market,
market,
yes.
yeah, that's eBay.
But-
eBay's got the used market. covered.
But new, yeah,
They've got a
you're
lot
right.
of the collectible market too.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never done eBay.
Well, people, as far as the collectible market goes, like your Funko Pops,
Yeah.
people buy them and they sell
Yeah.
them on eBay.
I'd rather just go ahead to the fucking website and just order the ones I want.
Yeah, well, there's some that's hard to find.
Yeah, I
That's
know.
like the hardcore collectors are like, oh, I got to have this. My life's not complete unless I have it.
Well, there's a couple I wouldn't mind.
It's like
getting.
finding the complete Inspector Gadget toy from McDonald's from back
Oh,
in
I
the day.
remember
Yeah.
that thing.
Yeah.
You're gonna pay out the ass.
You're gonna
buy
pay
it
out the
now.
ass about it. Yeah, did you remember that? Do you remember?
I vaguely
When
remember
You would
it.
get a
Alright.
Happy Meal and you get like one arm,
One, like an
or
arm,
one leg,
or
or
a leg,
one
a part of the torso.
torso.
The
head.
one I played with was fully connected and it had the helicopter.
Now this one you got from McDonald's, and each part of him came in a Happy Meal.
It come
So
with
you had to
pulley
get
string.
all the different parts
Yeah.
to assemble him.
It was in 1998 or something.
Yeah.
The guy that played Ferris Bueller
Yeah.
was in it. What's his name?
He also
Bueller?
yeah.
it
Oh fuck.
doesn't matter. I can't remember the guy's name.
I can't either. He's one of those actors who did one great movie and then the
And
rest
he's
of them are
Ferris
just
Bueller
like,
from then on.
He's Ferris
yeah,
Bueller forever.
he's typecast. He can't get out
I
of it.
just watched him in something the other day, and I cannot remember what it was, but it was
I
good.
want to say his name starts with a M. Matthew Broderick.
Matthew Broderick.
Matthew Broderick.
Yeah.
It came to mind before I even. Hit that.
He also did the movie the musical, the fucking musical. That
Oh,
he was in
Grease?
Godzilla. No, he was not in
Yeah,
Greece.
he was in Godzilla, but no, it was not Greece. Fuck, it doesn't matter. Anyway,
doesn't
moving-
matter.
Anyway,
Anyway.
we still got a bunch more stories.
Yeah, we got a lot
Yeah.
more stories to talk about. But anyway, you were talking about abandoning ships. Did we already say that on here? Or
Yes.
was that
Yeah.
the last stream?
It was this one.
Okay. So yeah, it just kind of seems like GameStops are going to be a thing of the past here soon, and if they don't get their shit together, we're going to lose that little part in a mall.
Yeah.
For those that live in cities, will probably know what I'm talking about. But when
Yeah, we have
and I'm not
strip
trying to
malls
sound sexist here, but guys will understand to some extent when your women are shopping.
Unless they're beta males.
Yeah, you kind of get bored after like 2 minutes, and it's like, hey babe, I'm gonna pop over to GameStop. I'll talk to you later. Text me
Yeah.
when you're done.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it. I mean, I do that to my old lady all the time when we're at the mall in Memphis. And her and my mom start shopping. Oh my God. It's like, hey bro, let's go to GameStop. We'll shop.
Take me with you next time.
Yeah, we will shop at the GameStop there like they are at the clothing section.
Yep.
It's we're
Right.
terrible. But yeah, if they could change a couple of things, I think they would be good. I think they would work things
They
out.
need to overhaul at this point.
Yeah.
They really do.
did we
a
talk
whole
about
rebrand.
Did we talk about Game Exchange
No,
taking
Not in this one, but yeah.
Okay.
but Game Exchange has grown quite a bit.
A lot.
because
You
retro gaming
realize-
market is so
You
huge
realize
right
they
now.
were on the verge of collapse.
Yeah.
Like
and now
5 years
they're
ago.
starting to pop back up.
You got one relatively like Jackson Hattiesburg, which is for us like what, an hour and a half drive.
Yeah.
And I've bought some old games from there.
I have too.
They're good price.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not, you
The
go.
one in Memphis. We've gone to the one in Memphis.
It's nice, ain't it?
It's really nice.
It's like, that's all they're wanting for this?
and
If
it's
they started
classical
selling
games.
Raspberry Pis, I'd be all over it.
You and
I'm an
Raspberry.
emulator guy. I'm an emulator
Yeah,
guy.
but you get into legal issues when you start selling ROMs.
Well, they're
don't
not selling
sell them.
ROMs. Sell
Well,
the
Don't
hardware.
sell them. Just
Sell the hardware.
Or even telling people where to get the ROMs.
Don't tell
Arcadepunks.co.uk.
But anyway,
So legal teams will be added on to our production company very soon. No, I mean the thing is if they could fix all this shit by upgrading the staff and bringing new ideas to the company, I think they'd make it. That's just me.
yep.
Yeah.
We'll leave it at that. Let's go to the next story just because we're on a time crunch
Yep.
here.
Yep, because we're down 45 minutes now.
So you think of Jim Henson.
Yep.
What do you think of?
Kermit the
Muppets.
Frog, Muppets,
Dark
Jim
Crystal.
Henson's
You got
Muppet
it.
Studio,
I'm
So
excited.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Netflix has announced for August 30th, keep this in mind, August 30th, that a new series will be coming to Netflix called The Dark Crystal Age of Resistance.
And you notice the logo on it. It is Jim Henson's
Yeah.
The Dark Crystal. The only thing that's throwing me off with it is it's CG.
There's a lot of CG.
It's
Well, the
not-
puppets are not.
Really, they are?
You can look at the puppets and tell they're not CG.
Oh, nice.
Now, I'm pretty sure for like long shots or distant
Yeah.
shots, like
They'll probably use
I
CG.
just this morning I watched Dark Crystal. I literally because I saw the trailer this morning, I was
Still
like,
good, ain't
I've
it?
got to watch it. Well, I got actually a little bit of a story about that. I saw it at a really, really, really young age.
Ooh.
The first time I ever saw it. Now, keep in mind, this movie came out
So
in
how was that childhood
82.
trauma?
That's why he
It was
touches himself at night.
Well, here's the actually no, I have a better thing. It came out in 82. I was born in 89. When I saw the film, I was probably like 6 years old, and I remember none of it. Literally, I remembered none of it, and I don't know why. I remembered the main character's name was Jin, and there was a crystal involved. That's all
That's
I
it.
remember.
yeah.
Now, fast forward to several years, and I had a bunch of friends, probably middle school, high school area, kind of talking about this film, and I thought, hey, if I can get a hold of this, I'll watch it. I borrowed it from a friend. The disc died probably the first 20 minutes into the damn thing. It just went, and I was like, well,
You were
shit,
not-
and I
you were
brought
not
it.
meant to see it.
Yeah. So I tried watching it again and again and again, probably about 11 times. I either way was sick, fell asleep, or something else happened that made me have to leave. It was like the Godfather situation all over again.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, it was one of those.
Just
So-
to clarify, me and this ugly fucker spent 3 weeks trying to watch The Godfather because he'd fall asleep every time.
And then the last time, we're dedicated, we're going to finish this, and
I
his
kept
neighbor's house
punching you in
catches
the
fire.
rib.
Huh?
I kept punching you in the rib that day,
Yeah,
too.
and that's the same day
I
that
was
your
up there
neighbor,
literally. You saw me doing this to him on the couch. Do
your
not
neighbor's
fall-
house was set on fire.
wasn't set on fire. It caught on fire, and that was my aunt.
Literally, we're out in our PJs, not even joking, with boots on, and I'm sitting there with a water hose, watering their RV, trying to keep it from setting fire, and a firefighter comes out there. I'm wearing nothing but basically boxer shorts and a white T-shirt and boots, hosing this thing down. A firefighter comes around, looks at me, and goes, "What the hell are you doing?" And I said, "I'm trying to keep the RV from going on fire." And he goes,
Well, remember, I ran out there.
"Okay."
I popped the power ball out,
Yeah.
the thing off the power
The
meter,
meter,
to kill the
yeah.
power, and went out there and shut the gas tank off because I was like, shit's going to get bad if this gets in there.
But yeah, that's the kind of scenario that I've had with certain films over the years. And just today, I finally got to watch again. I remember everything now. So I've got a fresh memory about this
He went all the
film.
way around the world to say he watched it again.
Yeah, pretty much. That's basically what it boils down to.
Are your legs tired?
No, but ADD is a
From that-
bitch.
Squirrel.
What? No, I mean, the thing is, and this is the thing. It looks like the puppets are going to be puppets, and then they're
Muppets. Let's say it
Muppets.
right. They're
Muppets.
Muppets.
They're Muppets.
They're
Okay.
Hensons, they're Muppets.
All right, we'll say they're Muppets for now.
I
on.
wonder if they're using some of the originals.
Well,
with
that's
the
the thing.
facelift.
None of the characters look. It doesn't look like the same characters. And honestly, part of me
David
thinks.
Bowie's dead.
Yeah. So part of the
That was Labyrinth.
that was Labyrinth. That's the
Wasn't
first
he
thing
in
that
Dark
crossed my
Crystal?
mind. I was like, I don't remember David Bowie, and I just watched the film.
So he was in Labyrinth, but not
Yeah.
Dark Crystal.
Yeah.
right.
They're not connected.
No.
Mm-mm.
I thought they were connected.
Nope.
No.
I've never really seen either one of them.
I figured.
Okay.
You're showing that
Yeah.
quite a bit. But anyway,
I don't do weird shit.
But anyway,
Bullshit. Just you do different weird shit.
all right.
Anyway, yeah, we still got a bunch
Anyway,
to cover.
but no, it's kind of looking like it's going CGI heavy. Some of the storyline, I can't tell if it is a continuance or a reboot. Is another issue I'm having.
We'll find out. in
Perhaps
August.
a prequel contingent.
Because they said at the beginning in the trailer.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, is this before the first film? Or is this after? Is this a reboot? Like
Either way, should be
there's
cool.
a lot that's not explained.
With all the shit they're rebooting nowadays, I'm fine with
God.
anything.
I don't know if I can
I
handle
don't
that.
think it's a reboot. It does not look or feel like a reboot from the trailer.
I don't know. But anyway, so keep an eye out for
Yep.
that. That is a Netflix special series,
Netflix.
is what they're calling it. Series. So I'm assuming it's multiple.
That's usually what series means.
Well, you never know. It could be just three short things and that's it, or 5.
Those are called mini series
It could be. They never state.
or limited series.
Or that.
Yep.
But
So what are we on to
anyway,
next.
next story. I believe you have a story.
Ah, yes. The New Knight.
The new night of France?
France.
Is this anime shit?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Wait,
It is now
wake
Sir.
me when you're done.
It is now Sir
Okay.
Akira Toriyama. They have knighted the creator of Dragon Ball.
They really have.
They actually did knight him.
Yeah, they physically.
He is officially a knight of France.
Which he didn't show up for, by the way.
But in his defense, he never shows up for things like that. So it's not out of the normal for him.
I get, but
Well,
that's,
that
that's
is
like
a huge
deal.
sign of disrespect to the queen.
Of France?
Queen of
There is no Queen of France.
King.
King.
Prime
Well,
Minister.
king-
They don't have a
king.
king anymore.
They don't do royalty anymore?
No, they dropped that centuries ago.
Okay,
Yeah, but
well, I don't
normally
give
you
a
still
shit.
have
England still has
Fuck
a
France.
monarchy.
Normally, a lot of the countries, I think they still have like a representative type thing, like
Yes, it's
England,
called a
but-
prime minister,
Well, I thought they
aka a president.
still, I
No,
thought they
there's
still
prime
had a
ministers
royal
in England.
family of sorts.
They may have a royal family, but they're not in power. Not like the Queen of England.
Dude, the prime minister is in charge of England.
Yes,
The queen is just a figurehead.
but the Queen can actually overthrow
Yeah,
them.
Oh, true,
the
yeah.
queen can.
She
the queen
has the full
veto
ability to
power.
go.
Yeah, true.
You don't have power anymore. I'm taking charge.
True.
We're going to war. It's that simple.
Actually, look into it. It's scary what she can get away with.
Yeah, actually, she
But-
doesn't need a driver's license either.
Yeah,
Oh.
I guess because the influence it has had over the youth.
No,
being
because
positive, isn't it?
no. Well, she doesn't need.
no,
a,
no, talking about the other again.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
We're back on the main thing.
Okay.
But it's still a huge sign of disrespect to not show up for your
Agreed.
own knighthood.
He
Yeah.
is halfway around the world.
I don't
But
care.
well, hold on now. That's not fair because the actual knighting is taking place in Japan at the French embassy.
There's no excuse then. Look, look. You tell me you're gonna knight me, I will sell whatever I have to sell to get there for the ceremony.
True.
Yeah, that is a huge deal. Instead, he sent what was it?
One of his people.
His people called their people and they met up.
I mean, they're Japanese. They're all about the respect thing.
I just saw a cop car go by with lights on. Are you being called?
Mm-mm.
Okay, then we're good.
No, I'm not working today.
Okay. Well, you never know. There's crackheads about.
Everywhere, crackheads, as far as the eye can see.
But at the same time, he has won numerous awards and stuff like that throughout the years, and he's never showed up to you.
Yes, but this is not just an
An
award.
award.
This is not just some
This is a
placard you hang on
knighting.
your wall.
He's being knighted in France.
It doesn't matter.
It's still. Oh, well, hold on now. There isn't anybody in the world who has never heard of France, the same way as England and America have been
True.
heard of. They may not be one of the highest powers, but they are still one of the most recognized powers. And to me, that kind of feels a little disrespectful, just
True.
saying. So, to all our French people, we're sorry.
True.
I don't know about what about, because we're not involved, but we are sorry.
But the man is a notorious workaholic. That's how he was able to pump out Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball.
I just wish they wouldn't have edited the
Super.
shit to get over here in America.
True. Original freaking parental guides. were
I know.
bitch.
Yeah,
I
we
know.
actually care about the mental state of our children.
Wow,
Well,
their
it wasn't.
children-
I don't think it was really for children to begin with, anyway.
It was just that we got to make sure this doesn't appear on TV thing.
Yeah, and instead they were like, "Hey, this looks like something kids would like."
But
Tsunami!
on that same token, Japan, you can go buy porn, but
At a gas station.
well, no, you can go
You
buy
can do
that.
that here.
No. You can go buy porn, and all the dangly bits are blurred out.
Yep.
Actually, no.
Well,
They choose to do that because that's actually a fetish over there.
law.
No, it is not a law.
Law.
No,
It's a law.
I talked
genitalia.
to somebody who lives in Japan, and I said that's a law thing, and she said no, it's not. It is a fetish.
Really?
People get that wrong and think it's a law. It is not. It is a humongous fetish in our country.
I
And
got
was
to
like,
reading up
seriously?
on it at one point. At one point, it was.
Why are we discussing this?
He got knighted, and we're talking about blurred parts in porn.
Yeah, well.
We're those kind of people. Anyway,
Let's
no.
just talk about the big anime titties and call it good.
Okay, goody. But I mean, the thing is he skipped out. Yes, that sucks. But at the same time, this is the real question for me. Who the fuck in the higher power of France went, you know, we haven't had any popular news in a while. Let's knight somebody. You know who we should get? That guy from Dragon Ball.
Goku?
I mean, if you think about it, where did this conversation go that led to
I
this
am curious about
decision?
that.
I mean, I really want to know because that is
From what I found, because I kind of read through it quick,
I read through the whole article, but
wasn't it mostly because of the positive effect it was having on kids?
yeah, they did mention something to that nature. But at the same time,
Why?
yeah, that's my thing. Captain Planet had a great, positive outlook, I guess you could say, on society.
Captain Planet was a superhero that was essentially a cross between a hippie and Superman. What you talking about?
Yeah, but
Captain Planet
save the
was
planet,
Captain
bro.
Planet was propaganda.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
But
I never once saw him use his power to grow green
now that I think about it, I don't. Wait, nope, there is an episode.
with weed.
Oh no,
Ah.
no. But he did grow a
Ah.
tree.
Mm.
A tree. That was about
With
it.
his powers, how big was that tree?
It's pretty big. But anyway, I mean,
Swamp Thing could whoop his ass.
Oh yeah.
in case y'all missed that, you can go watch that at the playback. But and that was pretty much everybody from what I heard. I didn't even watch it.
You gotta watch it. It's good.
You need
But
to.
I haven't seen Swamp Thing yet, so I don't want it ruined for me.
That's what we were talking about.
I'll
Was
give
good.
you access to it later.
Okay.
Yeah.
But anyway,
The review video was not that great, but
We're working on it. Now I know what I'm doing.
anyway, let's go to the next story. I believe James has a
oh yeah.
rant.
Let me pull that up. Let me pull that up.
I
so
think he's
can,
already got it pulled up for you.
Right here. Right here. The 21 children.
Yep. Click on the link, man.
It's just going to pull up a video.
Oh yeah. It's not wasn't an article. I had an article
No.
saved.
Well, it's not in there.
There.
That was the one-
Anyway,
that was
Just
the
do the
India-
rant. Just do the rant. You know the
Yeah.
stuff. You know the basics.
Okay.
You go
Wasn't
with
that
so
India?
PUBG, the mobile game,
Yeah.
Right.
pretty popular amongst the youth,
Right.
amongst you youngsters.
Correct.
It is illegal
his
in
game.
India, and 21 children were arrested and treated like criminals for playing this game. They even had, I guess you could call it maybe a hotline where you could report people
Yes.
playing this game.
Yeah.
This is the stupidest fucking thing ever. But I guess because of
Because
morals.
it's an online MMORPG.
Well, no, actually,
No?
that both of you are somewhat.
Really?
Well, James is somewhat right. You're totally right.
They have this weird moral code over there.
Apparently,
They
it,
think that it's going to affect these children's minds, and like kind of like how it was over here with the rating system and Mortal Kombat and Marilyn Manson and school shootings.
they just got basic internet and
Yep.
things like that. To be honest with them, they are dealing with now
what we
we
dealt with
dealt
25
with-
years ago.
No, about
30.
in the 90s,
Yeah.
early 90s, early 2000s, in that region. The whole video games are
yeah,
said,
killing
that's what I was
our
kids.
kids.
talking about.
25
Mortal
years ago.
Kombat.
They are dealing with that section right now, so they're like 10 years or so behind us right now. Well,
20,
let's say about 20 years
25.
behind.
Yep.
Next
So-
year,
About
1990 will be
25,
30
yeah.
years ago.
Let's say about 15 just to be safe.
25.
Yep.
Anyway,
It doesn't really matter. Look,
He don't do dates.
the thing. No, I don't believe in days. I'm just as long as I'm still
They-
breathing, it counts. But the thing is, they're just gaining that, so they're having to go through, I guess, their video game revolution right now.
well, I understand they want to.
They're going through the culture shock that we did 25 plus years ago, except for everything's more advanced.
Yeah, everything. They have this weird moral code over there,
So they're snapping
and they're
up.
trying to enforce it.
Hold on. Let him go.
They have this weird moral code over there, and they're so scared that it's going to adversely affect their children's minds the same way that everyone over here was freaking out about Mortal Kombat and Marilyn Manson.
Yeah.
And there's no scientific backing that any. Now I do agree that you need to caution what you put in your kids' heads,
Well, that is
Yeah.
what
but
the
to make
rating
a
is for.
video game a crime, That is too far. Okay, let's arrest these kids that are playing a fucking game, but we got this building full of motherfuckers over here that are swindling old people out of money, trying to convince them the computer's fucked up.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's fine.
Have you tried to unplug it and plug it back in yet?
I can fix your computer for
Send me your credit card number. We're in Social Security.
and we will fix it remotely.
Yeah, no. The thing
But
is,
that's fine. That's fine. That's what this double standard that they've got over there about this shit.
Well, if you think about it, everywhere now has a double standard in some fashion or
Yep.
another. But I see your argument and I see your point.
And
by the way,
we're not arresting children though
I agree.
over this double standard. These are my son's age, 10 years old,
And he plays a game just like it.
I think he gets into PUBG some.
Oh, really?
He plays a lot of those type of games. It's
talking
fucking
about
ridiculous.
He plays Fortnite, by the way.
He plays Fortnite. He plays another couple
Apex.
other.
I know he plays Apex.
He plays another couple of free for all games.
Yeah.
I play one or two with him. But a 10-year-old in jail. You know what kind of people are in jail? I'll give you a hint in case you don't know. Bad people are typically in jail.
The
bad
Where
guys.
he was going with that. Oh, by the way, that is the apple you asked about.
I mean, it's just so fucking stupid.
Yep.
I mean, you were talking
Fuck
about the
India.
sign. You were talking about the sign. No, don't. No. The government.
Their politics, then.
Their politics. Let's be correct here, because there are some Indian people that are actually really fucking cool. That have actually been backing up PewDiePie out of all people. Even though PewDiePie has made jokes about their country, they were cool with it and they thought it was funny. But no, nonetheless, you were talking about the scientific facts.
There's not any scientific basis.
Well, hold on now. There is a scientific basis that actually fought the argument that we had here, that it was causing damage to children's minds.
Isn't it?
That has
Look
been
at us.
that has been disproved.
I
Actually.
don't know now.
Yeah,
Look at
that's what I'm
us.
saying.
No, that has
It's
been
been
disproved. As a
disproved.
matter of fact, it is assisted with children with reading and motor skills.
I'm talking about as far as
Things like that.
acting out violence that they
Yeah.
see.
Yeah,
There's
now
not really any. Look, monitor what you put in your kids' heads. True, but
well, there
I
is
think
a
if you're an
rating
asshole
system
with a
for
gun
for a
who
reason.
says Marilyn Manson's, who Marilyn Manson's music made you want to go shoot up a school, then you were still an asshole with a gun. You just have an excuse.
Yeah, you're just coming up with
So,
something at that point.
You're shooting up a school or a mall or whatever, and you blame PUBG, and you're in India. They're gonna eat it up, but you're still an asshole with a gun who just has an excuse.
Yeah, and that's really honestly the issue is that
Except they don't have the Christian Coalition to jump on it and help feed the fire.
that was really loud, by the way.
Sorry.
They don't have Pat Robertson, rallying behind. Yeah, it's all bad.
Alex Jones. No,
No, it's worse. It's in their entire government system that believes it.
yeah, I know, and that's really honestly an issue. I really think that India needs to rethink about this law, and this is
Yeah.
talking to the government. It's not talking about those people.
Well, I
Do
mean-
they have the right to vote there?
India
something
has a
else.
lot of problems.
Well, I mean, I'm literally asking, do they have the right to vote there? Because I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I don't know
anything
much
India.
about India, to be honest with you. Not to sound bad or
I
anything.
know not to
I just
drink
know
the
they
water and
exist.
Be careful what food you eat.
Be careful what part of town you
Well,
go
that's
in.
that's a lot of countries. That's
Yeah.
Mexico. There's a couple other countries just like that, actually.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, if they have the right to vote, they need to start voting. And if not, you need to start talking to representation of said area and try to get this shit worked out. Thank you. Because I mean, throwing kids in jail over this, they said in their quote that they were using them as an example. What example? What child did you just rip from school? Well, I don't know. Is school out over there?
See, they're worried about a game teaching them violence and stuff. They just put them in a building full of people that can teach them everything they need to know about violence.
If
I
not
mean,
worse.
You took them away from something you're worried
It's a-
about teaching them violence and put them with people that are going to teach them
Them
violence.
violence.
It's like,
It's kind of a
Something
fucked up.
doesn't quite
India's got a
compute.
lot of really seedy areas in it. There's only like a few like good places, so it's real easy for them to learn the violence without it. A video game.
Yeah. Well, I mean, a lot of people, they want to blame violence over, video games and movies and music and a whole bunch of other shit. Let's be real. All that shit didn't exist way back when. and we still had wars, still
Yeah.
had arguments.
Yep.
People
We-
still shot their neighbor in the head over
Yeah.
the donkey.
Yeah, I mean, they did shit in the past. Violence is not taught through media of any form. It is nature, as much as I hate to say it, but it is.
It's as much nature as it is nurture, or even more so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that is our
Being
dilemma.
violent is built into us.
Yeah, it is a DNA thing.
Yep.
There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So I mean, to blame a video game just looks like you found an excuse and trying to make an example to control your people.
That's what it's a
That-
big control. It's a big control thing.
It's a conspiracy.
It's a control thing. They want to control their people even further. So how do you control people? You cut them out from the outside world.
And you scare the shit out of everybody else. I
You-
mean,
you,
it's.
you use fear mongering and cut them off from the outside world, and that's what's happening.
Do we want to hit on the Google thing?
What about the Google?
Yes
thing?
or no?
Make it quick. Hit it.
Let me pull it up real quick.
There's no reason to pull it up. It's Google is being investigated or possibly being
Okay, so
investigated.
in the U.S., a lot of people don't
Oh, yeah.
realize it, but there are monopoly laws in effect that
Yeah.
try to keep big companies from growing to a point that they have a pure monopoly over something.
Right.
Well, they're the only game in
Google
town.
is one of the ones under the bullet right now for being a monopoly.
Right.
Well, let me think about it. What do you use your Gmail account to log into?
Well, yeah. Good.
Pretty much
Think of everything you use it for. Just list off a handful because we could go all day.
I
but
don't
list off a
use
couple.
Gmail.
I
Yes, you
use
do.
Gmail for
You
my
have
email.
a Gmail account. You
I
have
have
to
a
use your
Gmail
phone?
account. I
I
used it
use
because
it-
I had to.
I use it for YouTube.
Uh-huh.
I use it
That's about
for
it.
anything to do with my phone.
Yep.
Any
No.
apps that I
Not
download.
really.
Any apps
had
that I
to have it for
download
that
has to
Android?
go
Well,
through
yeah, I
the Google
did.
Play Store.
Yep.
So my phone and my YouTube is about it for me.
Yep.
Google
I
Fit.
use Yahoo for everything else.
Really? Ugh.
I don't like Gmail.
I left Yahoo when it kept getting hacked.
Hmm.
Yeah, they still try to hack it. It's
I
funny.
still do.
I changed my password
But I
rapidly.
mean, Google has a dominance just over so much out there. I mean, there's so many web pages that
got
link
Google
directly to Google
Yeah.
that you don't even have to make an account for now. You just use your Google account.
Right.
Kind
And
of
then-
like Facebook Connect, but it's Google.
Yeah.
Right.
Facebook has, I think they're under fire too. It's just not as bad.
Oh yeah,
not
they've
bad.
been under fire though.
It's
They-
like they one account to rule them all.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
I just thought of something. We saw that article where they're being brought up under looking, and all of a sudden YouTube was broke.
Yeah.
dun dun dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, I'm going to be throwing these weird conspiracy theories out as I think of
So
them.
the
I wonder
Justice.
if it's working now. Go ahead, continue. I can do
Yeah.
this.
Anyway, so the Justice Department is investigating Google, and then YouTube goes down. I could see that.
Yeah.
I could see that. But have they put it into effect yet? They were talking about. They
I
haven't
think
put it
they're
in-
starting the whole investigation.
So they started with
process, but
YouTube. You're fucking with our careers. Hold on. Whoa,
They're
whoa, whoa.
starting with Google.
Yeah.
Oh, it's working now.
Oh well.
Well, now it
supposedly.
works.
Oh well.
Supposedly.
We're still going to continue with this because I don't want to start over again.
No, I'm not starting over.
Anyway, but yeah,
I would
mean,
never suggest that.
to me, they kind of have a monopoly on any search engine nowadays too.
Yeah.
Yep.
That seems to be a huge problem.
Well, think
and
about
as
it.
Well
Bing
as,
is dead. Ask Jeeves dead. Help me out. You were a searcher as much as
Yahoo.
I was. Yahoo dead.
Yahoo.
come on,
I've hated Bing
GoDaddy
from
was
day
GoDaddy a search engine?
GoDaddy is a web.
Website
I just
hosting
remember the
service.
commercials.
It's a
I
web
mean,
host
there's
service.
so many search clients that are dead now, and you can directly look at Google search, and it's like, oh,
yeah.
you know, you don't say, let me
There are search
Yahoo it.
engines that
Let me
exist
Bing
that
it.
pull from Google.
Yep.
Right.
Bing.
So Bing, yeah. But I mean, to me, the thing that I think they need to be investigated for is selling off to third parties
Yeah.
your information. I think that's what they need to be
Yeah.
investigated for. The monopoly thing, yeah, okay, I get it. It's bad. There's a law against it. There's also a privacy law that
Yeah,
needs to be
but you
looked
agree
at
to
too
it.
while you're at it.
You agree
Yeah.
to it.
I don't care.
You agree to it the second you make an account with them.
I think it's weird how we can be talking about something, then pull up your phone, and there's an ad for
Yeah,
it.
Yep.
that's what I'm talking about. That's a third party
Like you,
situation.
you, know, you
Yep.
talk on your phone or you text or you whatever,
Yep.
and then there's an
Mm.
ad for it. There's something.
I
weird.
I
kid you
have
not.
talked to my girlfriend sitting next to both of our phones.
Yep.
And then I went to something, I don't remember. I think it was Amazon. And because we were looking that particular product up, it was in my recommended feed.
Oh, you know how
Me
we were
and the
talking
wife.
about hard drives?
Yep.
Looking up
Yep.
solid state hard drives the other day. I get a notification from Amazon for a great deal on a 1 terabyte
Don't
solid
feel
state
bad.
hard drive.
I got an update from Newegg about it. So yeah.
Oh, God.
And it
No,
wasn't
what's
because,
creepy
wasn't because
is-
we were searching
What's
them.
creepy is when you're not even searching for something; you're just talking about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
You have
what
not looked it up on any device. I have had this happen within the last couple weeks.
Me too. I know what
I
you're
went to
getting at.
use the bathroom, and you know me, I'm one of those. I sit on the commode and
Yep.
then click.
I'm
What's
guilty.
going on? And
I'm
I was
guilty.
like, Heather, did you search for this? No. Why? My phone just recommended it. It was like, you're shitting me.
No, I'm shitting now.
No,
I'm
I'm
shitting
shitting in the
now,
toilet,
but I'm
I'm
not
not
shitting
shitting
you.
you.
Like, she actually walked to the door, and I passed my phone out, going, "Look." She was like, "Holy shit!" And
That's
we're
what
just
that
sitting
smell
up,
is.
and we're just sitting up there, like, okay, did the computer, one of the phones, or the PlayStation listening? Because one of them bastards is listening.
Most
And it's
likely.
all connected, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. To me, that's what I think they need to be investigated for, not the
They're
monopoly.
weaponizing the marijuana.
I think they need to
Well,
be
and then you
investigated.
got like
on
Google
it.
Home now, Amazon Home.
Yeah,
Yeah, I will never allow those things in my
I don't
house
want that shit.
ever anywhere near my house. If you buy me one as a gift, guess what? That's going to be skeet. In other words, I'm going to take it out there, fling it up in the air, and I'm going to
Shit.
shoot the motherfucker because I don't want it anywhere near me.
Who are you kidding? You'd use it for a little bit. You'd cut it off and put it up, and then when you wanted to play with it and fuck with it, you'd pull it out, cut it on, fuck with
Actually,
it.
no, I would cut it on and say, "Can you suck my dick?" And the minute it goes, "I do not understand," I'm taking it outside and shooting it because then the job is done.
It's,
You
it's
know the
nothing
big
the
to count
joke
for
has
me.
been done.
Actually, one of my wife's coworkers had an issue with one of those.
Okay.
Because she had hooked it up through her Gmail account, her credit card, of course, was linked to her Gmail.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Their kid started asking it for different toys, and she did not know it
Oh shit.
until boxes that you, and him could fit into started arriving at the door.
Oh
I
my
would be
god.
pissed.
Like, from what I understand, it was like thousands of dollars worth of shit.
Oh my
Holy crap.
God.
So if you have children, don't get one.
It's not worth it.
Or like that commercial where the dog's burf, ordering more dog food, burf,
Yeah.
ordering more dog food, burf. It's like, stop it.
I mean, the thing is those things are constantly listening to you, and
Yep.
Google does this on purpose. This
Dude,
is the
I'm-
same reason why I don't want the Stadia.
When me and Heather went on our vacation earlier
whatever
this
it's
year in
called.
January,
yeah.
the hotel that we pulled into the driveway sliding and getting stuck,
Yeah.
they upgraded us to a better room. It actually had one of the Amazon things in the corner. I went over there and I went click and unplugged it. I don't even remember if I plugged it back up, but I'm like, nope. I am unplugging you while I'm here. As soon as I went, cut the lights off, and it dimmed the lights, I'm like,
Click.
are you listening to me? What would you like to know? That's when I was like, nope. And I was like, are you off now?
We're
Okay.
good.
Take it apart and make sure there's not some kind of little battery in there.
Why? It's already built in.
Oh, are they? Do you?
No,
do
they don't
charging?
have batteries.
No,
I
this
thought you
one
were
didn't
gonna-
have a battery.
I was,
Okay.
I was
I looked
already
at- I
in the mindset.
ironically looked it up from my phone to make sure this model did not have a battery.
Okay.
No, when you said that, the first thing
Had
that
a low
crossed my
jack in it,
mind is
though.
you were going to say a spy mic or something like that. I was like, those fuckers are built in. Of course it does.
They are a spy mic. They don't need one.
That's literally all it is. It's,
That's
it's
basically all it is, a
own
spy
spy
mic.
mic. Anyway, let's move on. Pokemon has created a game for you to play while you're sleeping.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Well, the way they've got it set up is it will cater more to your sleep schedule
Yeah.
to help you do stuff in Pokemon
Well, okay.
Go.
In Pokemon's defense, they are trying a new way to play Pokemon. How? Well, they want you to be
By
healthy.
becoming a Snorlax.
No.
No, that
By
event's
being
about
healthy.
over.
Literally, that is what
Yeah.
their new slogan is basically to make gamers healthy.
Yeah.
Or to some extent, something like
Actually,
that.
going by the press conference, I actually got that vibe. from
I
the
did too,
CEO.
a
I
little
mean,
bit, but at the same time, it's still kind of creepy.
Yeah.
Well, aren't Pokemon players? Don't they sleep a lot anyway?
No, because what it is they're this is connected to the Pokemon Go,
Yep.
which Pokemon Go encourages you to
Go.
Go.
walk.
Act. Yeah.
to be active and move. This,
I've
on the
never
other
seen.
hand,
Go ahead.
Don't feel bad. I got to walk 12 km for something I'm working on now.
example A, and he's big. So
When this walks that much to get something, it seems to be worth it.
I
to him.
haven't seen any weight loss success stories come from playing Pokemon Go.
Let me get into it good. We'll see how it works.
But anyway, that's beside the point. So their next target that they went with, now that they've there or another gotten the walking aspect going, which
Right.
they have positive results in other areas, mainly city areas.
Yep.
But I mean, when it first came out, I walked a little bit.
Oh, dude,
I won't lie. I actually went for
those
several walks.
2 days in New York City. Woo!
Yeah. So they have that going for them. Now they're trying to encourage. Now they're trying to encourage players to sleep properly, and
See,
apparently
I need
it
that.
benefits you somehow. They never.
Me and you
explain.
both need that.
Yeah, I'm a night owl. I like being a night owl.
Yeah, but you're like me. If someone don't wake you up, you'll sleep for 12 hours.
Yeah.
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 Like I said, people like me and you need that. Where at like 8 hours, it's going, hey, big guy, get your ass up.
Well, I mean, I think it's kind of cool that they're focusing on the fit aspect of being healthy as an individual. Soon they'll probably create a thing that encourages you to eat healthy.
How about the name of the device that they're making?
Pokemon? No, it's
Pokemon Go
Plus.
Plus. Because
Yeah.
you already have the Pokemon Go Plus.
Mm-hmm.
which was a little device that you could like hang on backpacks or
Yeah,
whatever.
right.
and
Now
it-
they're doing the Plus,
which will do the exact same thing as the first one, except it adds a sleep segment to it as well.
Okay.
So when you go to sleep, you put it on the mattress or pillow or whatever right next to you, and I guess it monitors how you sleep, and somehow that helps your game. Now thinking about it about the conference, they never
It's
talked
the
about
reward system.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a reward system to
Yeah.
encourage you to do that, just like the walking. The sleeping is somehow going to reward you, though. Like I said, I don't remember them ever saying what the reward.
It'll probably
would be.
look at your alarms and be like, okay, how many times did he hit the snooze?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Hmm.
little things
Yeah.
like that. So I mean,
Congratulations, you only snoozed it one time and got up.
I'm wondering if it's going to follow like breathing patterns, snoring, things like that. Which again, that brings a mic into the house, and it kind of makes
I
me a
don't
little
think
nervous.
it's going to monitor that deep. I think it's going to be more of it gets set down
Yeah,
and
it-
it's still connected with your Bluetooth. And like if your phone goes off and you're talking or you unlock it to play something, stuff like that, I think is how they're doing it.
well, maybe there's a possibility,
But it's still in early
behind that.
dev, so
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So,
What'd you do this weekend?
huh?
Work.
sunburn, pain.
Tell me
son
about
of
the
a
fishing
bitch.
trip.
Okay, so fun thing. I'm not normally a fishing person.
Yeah.
My dad-in-law likes to boat fish.
Last time we went fishing, your truck burned down.
Yeah, I'm still gun shy about fishing because of that. This time I burned up. I mean, look, white,
Not white.
Which under our lights you can't really
Under
tell.
these lights, you can't really.
Yeah,
tell.
we've got a lot of them.
My arms are like a notable color red. Which
Yeah.
there we go. You put the
Yeah,
mic
there
next
you
to
go.
it, and you
Yeah, it kind of shows up a little bit.
compared to
yeah.
the other side is the mic helps show it.
But
Yeah.
anyway,
I floated the Chunky River.
both of y'all had water activities. I slept.
Well, do we need to shove you in a river on the way
We-
home?
We walked
No.
and floated for 6 miles, and at one point, I was pulling everything.
We
Really?
we
Yeah.
probably went about 6 miles up the river.
Yeah.
And on our way back, there was twice that
I've
the
got two
line
more stories to go through. So
the line snagged. He goes to get it, shorts out the wire on the trolling motor.
Oh God.
So I had to rip it off the battery. I finally, once it cooled off, rigged it back up where it'd work again. Get within 1.5 miles of the boat ramp. He had a little snag. Went to go get his little $2, $3, $5 lure. And it caught the prop, the propellers on the motor, and broke it off.
oh
Oh,
god.
God.
So we got to row the last mile.
Yeah.
Luckily, it was downstream.
Actually, we were talking about this on the way up here. I
Yeah.
absolutely love whitewater rafting. That is by far one of my favorite things in the world.
I'm going to
do.
get into kayaking.
Kayaking is fun too.
Yeah.
Well, help me build my pontoon boat, then we can have fun. Y'all two can play in the water, and I'll be sitting up there under a big umbrella going. Bzz.
I don't know. It just whitewater rafting. If I can go down an F5, and if you don't know what that is, look it up. My brother, my mother, and myself actually did that a couple of years ago. Well, several years ago, actually.
I just want to
By now.
say, I don't like flying because I can't got wings, and I don't care for swimming because I ain't got fins.
I'd rather be on a motorcycle on a busy interstate
Yep,
than go down a whitewater rapid.
yep.
It is not that bad. My mom almost fell out. She can't swim. That was interesting.
Wasn't that
Literally-
bad, but she almost drowned.
No, like
I can't really swim. I sink to the bottom. That's like I can move through the water, but I can't like free float.
Okay.
So I
Yeah,
bought a life jacket.
interesting statistic thing, Vari. And you work out the numbers. That's supposed to help you float, right?
Right.
Right.
I'm 430 pounds. For
You
those who
should be
didn't
able to
know.
walk on water like Jesus.
And you know, there's a lot of people
I
who have
sink.
wondered that very.
I sink. It's like, if this is supposed to be buoyant, how does that sink?
I don't know.
Now my legs are all muscle. I could see it if I just jumped in the water and bloop like a buoy.
You got to open it. No, I'm playing.
Well, I mean, going by the old thing on fat floats,
Yeah,
I should jump in the water and just go straight up and down because of the muscles in my legs.
it would look like a floating.
Like those little
Snorlax.
toys.
In theory, that's what I should look like.
Like those little toys.
Yes.
They weeble and they wobble, but they don't fall down.
Yeah,
That's what I should look like in the water based on that thought.
I
Ding,
could picture
ding,
you being like a
ding,
floating
ding.
Snorlax. In all honesty, that's the first thing that crosses my mind. I can picture you floating like an otter, and you're just sitting there. You got like a beer on the belly, and you're just going down the river like.
Alex as a buoy. Ding ding.
See, I can float as long as I start it relaxed.
Yeah.
But only on my back. It's like, is he dead?
And see, he's
Are
the
you
total
sure he's
opposite.
dead?
He can
I
swim,
can
but he
float.
can't float.
I can float face down.
I can
Like, well,
too.
shit.
That's the easy part. Just play dead. But anyway, we need to move on to the next stories.
Yep.
Because we have 2 more and we're at 15 minutes. So I'm not gonna be able to squeeze these in. It's gonna be a little over an hour, but that's fine.
We'll go for it.
All right, so Modern Warfare trailer just dropped.
Actually, the trailer looks pretty good.
I
That's
wouldn't
what
know
I
because
thought.
YouTube's not working.
So I thought until a journalist came out and said, "This is too real."
What? It's
Yeah.
Modern Warfare.
Thank you. One of the main
At least they're not locking up 10-year-olds yet.
No. But he did make a statement about children playing video games on this. So we're going to hit the rating system again. So apparently it is too real due to the fact that guerrilla warfare has been a thing since fucking Vietnam.
It's been a thing forever.
It's been, it's been a thing, but most of the time when you think of all the wars that we
Huns.
have had,
Huns, Vikings.
Well,
I mean, yeah,
I'm-
you can go on back.
I'm not talking about other countries. I'm talking about us. We have always dealt with countries that have a form of uniform
Yeah.
to some
uniformed
extent
military.
or another that made them pretty well noticeable when you walked into the town. You kind of went, "Oh, there's a German." It was that easy. It wasn't that hard.
Yeah.
But I mean, apparently this is an
Who's
issue
the guy
now.
running in that uniform? French. How do
French.
you know he's running?
He's running.
Don't shoot that one. The one's coming towards us in the big tank. Those guys, get those guys. But I mean, the thing is there was an issue with that because apparently in the game now they hide amongst civilians in the game,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is
That's
very
what they've
real
done.
and modern, by the way, to current times.
Didn't they do that in Assassin's Creed also?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could hide in the crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this time it's the enemy and they're hiding in the crowd. And sometimes you may make an accident due to twitching movements, thinking they're going for a gun and open firing, and therefore you can kill a civilian. And this guy had a humongous problem. First off, it's a video game. It's not a real life. It is not a real life. So stop whining. They actually compared this to the 2007-2009 game where you play as a spy and you have to mow down a German airport. You have to kill
Oh,
civilians.
yeah,
That mission
yeah.
that was very controversial. He compared it to that. Okay, that I kind of saw some of the issues with, but at the
Yeah.
same time, I kind of looked at it. I even played that section when I played the game. I actually played the mission. I did
I
not
actually
skip.
watched you play it.
Yeah. And a lot of people were very upset about that mission. But at the same time, you have to realize, again, it's a video game. Well, and then he goes on to say, this is not something we should bring to our children. It's not for your children.
It's rated M.
It is rated M for a motherfucking reason. That means mature. Meaning
18.
a
M for
12-year-old child should not be playing this game like a lot of parents tend to do. But if you choose to do that with your children, that is your choice.
Yep.
Don't tell other people how to raise their kids. That's none of your damn business.
Well,
Unless
then
they
there
are
are.
abusing them in some way, shape, or form, you should not be intervening. Period.
I just want to say there are some 13, 14-year-olds that can play a game like that and they see it strictly as what it is and what it's for. It's a game.
Yeah.
But then you do get the ones that don't understand it, and even at the age of 28 still shouldn't fucking play.
Probably not. But I mean, that's the thing.
But
We
the
have
whole rating thing is to protect those younger ones.
Yeah, it is. And I mean, if you're buying it for your kid and you think they can handle it, kudos. Go for it. I don't care. It's none of my damn business. But if you're telling other people they shouldn't do that with their kids, that is none of your damn business, first off. Now, if you want to be an adult and you don't understand the rating system, let me explain. If it says M, that stands for mature. If it says teen, that stands for, obviously, teen. It's a T. And then E stands for everybody, meaning anybody can play that. Nintendo's pretty notorious for that, so if you're trying to go in that range, go towards Nintendo. But,
or to get more particular, for those that don't understand teen, adult, etc., E, everyone, no matter what the age, should be fine. E, 10 and up, which you do see more of now, means it's recommended for at least age 10, but it's still good for everybody.
And that could basically mean there's a little more problem-solving abilities involved.
Or a bit of language. A little bit.
Well,
then you get your T ratings, which normally have a little language or a little bit of violence.
Well, actually, if you want to know what's in the damn game, flip the case over. And if you're buying
underneath
online,
that little rating, it tells you why it's rated that.
Like strong violence, sexuality, nudity, violence. I mean, they explain it in great detail, by the way, in the back of what your child will be playing. If you do not like these things, don't buy it for your kids. It's not that hard. Literally, a 5-second read will fix all of your freaking problems.
And pretty much everything you just listed is Grand Theft Auto 5.
Pretty much, yeah. So
I mean, you can get a game
there's like
that's rated
50 billion kids on there now.
You can get a game that's rated M for mature, and it not have nudity, but it could just have a crap ton of violence.
Violence, and maybe a couple of cuss words, so they'll just say language.
Yeah. It gives you the reason why it has that.
Yeah.
Well, at least they haven't got to the point of buying these kids AO yet.
Actually, you can't buy them in stores in the U.S. anymore.
What is AO?
Adult only.
And usually those games are very adultish to the extent of
that's what they
porn.
Reclassified the original release of San Andreas as.
Yep.
Adult
because of the hot coffee mod.
Yeah. And after they got rid of it, they gave it the M rating and kept it. But I mean, the thing is he found it too real and said we shouldn't expose our children to Call of Duty. I've been playing Call of Duty since I was a kid. Literally. I've been playing Call of Duty since I was a kid. My grandfather introduced this game to me, which I think is really funny that my grandfather's the reason why I play video games.
I know, right?
But nonetheless,
the war games actually kind of helped your granddaddy with his being in Vietnam.
Yeah, he served in the war. But and did 2 tours. So, I mean, that was kind of his way of coping, was killing Germans because he loves the World War II games. That was his thing. He actually bought a Vietnam game, played it for like a month, and then tossed it. He couldn't take it anymore. He hated it. But I mean, the thing is that he's the one that showed me these games. So I've been playing it from early years Call of Duty. I mean, early years of Call of Duty. Actually, it was
your
Medal of
granddad's
Honor.
been whooping your ass at him ever since.
My granddad, honestly, I've always wanted to set him on an online game and watch him kill these kids, just to watch them scream. He is one of those people that literally
in
with
a virtual
grease,
setting, that is.
Yeah, with a grease gun on this game. I've seen him do it. He's popping headshots while turning, like in motion, going pop, 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 pop. And I'm going,
he did get paid to do that at one point.
Yeah, I know, right? And then after that, he went to a desk and he stayed there for a while. But I mean, the thing is he knew what he was getting me into. He had already played the full game when I played it, but at least he was responsible enough to go, it's World War II. You know what you're getting yourself into? There you go, kid.
Right.
Enjoy yourself. And if you can't be a parent enough to do that, don't buy them games. I hate to be that way because that will kill some kids, ability to, I guess, socialize on the internet, which I don't think they really should, but that's just my opinion. Whatever.
Show Bobs.
Yeah, because you get fuckers like him.
Oh, and that's another thing about India.
Stop.
Okay.
Anyway, last story.
But yeah, this guy just kind of went all off on a fucking tangent for no fucking reason because a trailer seemed too real. Shut the fuck up. It's a game, dude. Chill the fuck out. and
Be
let
a
parents,
parent. Be a parent and read the rating.
yeah, and let parents
suggestions.
be parents, man. You don't
Some
need,
kids are far more mature than others.
well, like Ben. I don't think
Ben.
Ben would have a problem playing
I
that
don't
because
have-
he knows the difference.
He understands the difference, but he's been exposed. He's been around things, and it's like, hey, this isn't real. This is not real. This is real. This is.
If it's on the TV, it's not real.
Unless
if it's in
live
the real
PD.
world, that's real. You should be
Yep.
worried
I
about
mean,
that.
our kids watch all the gruesomeness from The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
They're fine. They understand that it's fake.
Yep.
It only bothered him one time, and then I let him watch Talking Dead, where they talked about how they did the special effect, and he's like, "Oh, cool."
All right, last story. We're gonna run through this real quick because it's kind of a minor thing, but it's something I really want to touch on just because Blizzard has kind of fallen in trouble again.
What did they do now?
And it some
I think
people are,
just make their careers off of.
we do.
We're not getting paid though.
Not
Hey,
yet.
if you want to
Hey,
help
at least
support
it's
us, we need a better camera and another monitor.
Hey, at least it's Blizzard and not Bethesda.
Agreed. But at the same time, people are comparing this to the what you don't have phone scenario.
What did they do?
That's the thing. It's not that bad, but people are comparing it to that, which
What
is really
did they do?
okay. So everybody knows what Overwatch is. If you've watched this channel before, I think
Yeah.
we've touched on Overwatch once or twice in
Yeah.
our past. Nothing really spectacular has ever
No.
come out of Overwatch that was actually worth us going cuckoo nuts over on the show. But this kind of grabbed my attention just a wee little bit. And so much so that Rico had a fit.
Huh?
So apparently the gay community and different communities apparently is having problems with Brigitte having a police uniform, which is one of the characters in the game for those that don't know.
You mean Bridget?
Brigitte.
Bridget.
Yeah, Brigitte.
I'm sorry, I read it Bridget.
I read it Brigitte.
Yeah, I read it Bridget.
Anyway.
Well, she's from a different country, so I read it that way.
Huh.
And as a matter of fact, the owner said Brigitte, so that's why I do that. That's just a habit. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. So she wears a police riot gear now. There's a skin that you can get for her that has the police riot gear, and people lost their minds.
What is it, that bad or
How does
That's the thing.
police riot gear affect gay people?
I don't know.
Unless they're rioting.
I don't know, man.
Wait, you said he had a fit about it. What was he having the fit about?
Nobody. I didn't say he.
You
I
said Rico.
they.
You said Rico.
Oh,
Rico
Rico
had
had a fit because he doesn't see what the issue is with the gay
Oh,
community
okay.
about it.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant
that's-
he was one of the ones having
No,
the
no.
issue.
Rico is defending it.
Oh, cool.
Rico is like flipping the hell out. Like we had a long discussion.
Well,
last
each group
night.
has a figurehead that they always call on when they need them to speak on something. It's always the most extreme, ludicrous person ever.
I wanted Rico to come on and explain his topic today, but he's at work already. He was going in an hour after we started the stream,
Yeah.
so he wouldn't have made it. But the thing is, that's not the only thing they're mad about. There are two other skins that they're mad about, but it's not the LGBTQAF LMNOP, whoever they are. I'm sorry, y'all keep changing it at this point. I don't know what to name it anymore. So if you are one of those, I do apologize on that aspect. Stop changing it every 5 months, please. That's all I'm
Adding.
asking.
It's
Huh?
basic addition. They keep adding a letter. Like, okay, new month, new letter.
Yeah, basically, and it's kind of getting annoying now because soon it's going to be an entire sentence you're going to have to state. But let's just leave it at LGBTQ. The other one that is actually mad, that a lot of people are mad about due to fat shaming. So May is another character in the game. She is a big girl. One of my favorite characters, by the way, in the game.
I like big girls.
She is a, you would like this one.
Y'all know me. I've been a chubby Cheshire since day one. But
You would like this one as well. She is voluptuous. And in my personal opinion, I kind of find her as one of those sexy big girls, in my opinion. That's just me. There are some women out there that they just pull that
so
off.
where's the problem?
Well, she has a new outfit, and I guess it's a yogurt shop outfit. It's kind of like a uniform, and she has a mini skirt, but her waist looks like it has been sucked in. Now, somebody kind of broke it down and actually found out that it was not technically soaked in because most of her other outfit, she is wearing a huge overcoat. So you technically never see the woman's waist. It would hide in that overcoat if you
Yeah.
actually put an overcoat on this woman, which most of her skins have.
Yeah.
Okay.
So people are flipping the fuck out saying they're trying to skinny her to appease straight men.
This straight man likes them big.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure where the argument is about this one.
Y'all know me. I see a toothpick and it's like, you need some cornbread.
I
some
would break you in
grits."
half. Let me take you to McDonald's.
You need a sandwich.
Let me get a straw for the grease bat.
I mean, it's a stupid argument that they are making for absolutely no
Like Sir
fucking
Mix-a-Lot
reason
over here.
whatsoever. It kind of looks like they're just looking for an excuse to argue. Because
Okay, so why are the gay people mad?
the gay people are mad about the first one. The fat people are mad about the
All right,
second
what was
one.
the first one? Why were they mad about
What
the
are you
first
talking
one?
about?
Brigitte,
fat-
we're police, and they never really explained.
really
They just said
explained
it's
why.
offensive. They just said it's offensive.
Uh,
I don't understand it myself. I was very confused about the situation.
I'm just saying, if we ever get to the point we're playing with like stuff that edits appearance, y'all can slim me down on camera as much as you want.
There's my police ID. Who's offended?
Who's offended?
Who's offended? Police
Leave
ID.
a comment down below. We want to hear from
I'm
you.
offended. That's one ugly photo.
That is a terrible photo.
That is horrible.
That looks more like a mug. You sure they didn't pull a mug shot and stick it on there?
That's basically how they had me line up, like a mugshot.
Oh my god, that's terrible.
But they scanned
It's
the
like
little QR
now,
code and it's all my
now,
information.
now you know what it feels like. The people you're going to be putting through for the next 50 years. of you
It's
being
like,
a cop.
Stand here.
Now you
like,
know what it
oh,
feels
shit.
like. Next,
Hey, I
we're going to
spent the
mace
night.
you.
I spent the night in a tank one time.
It's not that bad.
Well, there was a pill addict that was DTing and losing his shit while I was trying to sleep. I told him I was going to get extra time if he didn't shut up. I was going
Alright.
to see if I could fit his head through that plate glass window.
All right, so the last skin that they got mad about was Diva's skin. She wears a Japanese uniform and the
Japanese.
it's schoolgirl uniform.
Okay.
With the plaid. It is a well-known design in Japan. Yes.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Okay.
Hold on.
Mhm. And the mech
So
is
where's the
actually
problem?
kind of Gundam looking in the game, except it's pink. But that's her thing, pink everything.
Okay. And Rico would probably say this exactly the same way. What's the problem?
What's the
Yeah, that's
problem?
exactly what he said. He didn't understand it at all, but apparently people were saying it was pedophilish. Now I
I
don't,
kind of get that. Yeah,
well, now
yeah.
keep in mind, this is a cultural thing. This, yeah, okay, to us it does. I get it. I understand
The
the
culture
argument
of
to some
pedophiles.
extent, but from a Japanese standpoint, although keep in mind she is Korean, she just has a love for the Japanese culture. That is how the character is developed and designed. So yes, she is wearing a Japanese outfit, and that's what it is. That's all it is just more development for the backstory of the character. That is it. You flipping out over it because some little culture difference, that's not worth an
Remember in
argument.
2013 when everybody was getting offended by everything? That's when it started.
And it never stopped.
It
and
never
hasn't
stopped. It slowed down. It slowed down for a while.
It has waves.
And then
Yeah.
2016 happened and it's back. And it came back stronger and it was terrible. It's
We
still
got hit with the
terrible.
tsunami aftershock from the earthquake.
So, for people in the far, far future who may find this document, it is hell. All of it. Everywhere.
It's a cycle. Grit your teeth, cuss under your breath, and just don't say anything that'll offend the stupid people.
Pretty much that's what it boils down to.
Pretty
There
much
seems
anyone
to
with-
be these generational cycles, but it's like this is like the worst
This
one.
is their rebellion. We've all had a rebellion stage, and rather it was listening to loud music, leather jackets, and driving really
Hippies.
fucking fast. Hippies not listening to their conservative parents. I mean, if you go into the past, you are going to find a form of rebellion. It's just weird that being offended
This
is
is-
a rebellion
Yeah.
stage now.
Yeah.
And the victim
everyone
mentality
has
is
their
terrible,
thing.
man.
It's, I mean, times change. And
We tried
There's
so
growing
hard.
pains. But this is some weird shit going on, man.
You
This
know-
isn't me getting older. This is like y'all are fucking weird.
We have tried so hard not to be political on this show, but I mean, this story,
Politics aside, I mean, shit just gets
Just a s-
weird.
it really does. It doesn't matter what side
It's
you
not
look at.
political if you think. I mean, just for saying that, like this shit's weird is not being
I
political.
don't care what political side you're on, but if you get offended easily, get off the internet. Just get off of the internet. Socialize. Go to public places and meet people.
Mm-hmm.
Meet up with friends in public places. You have text messaging. You can pick the friends you have. It's not hard.
People don't know how to socialize anymore. You can have friends of varying differences and get along just fine.
We worked in a bar. And
Yeah.
how many people did you see on their fucking phones at a bar that had really loud music and a dance floor?
a lot.
And alcohol. And
It was
almost
crazy.
75% of those people were doing exactly this.
Or if they were on the dance floor, they're like, "I gotta get a selfie of me
Yeah,
dancing."
tell me. I mean, we
And
saw it
then-
night
You know
after
what?
night after night.
A
And
good
then-
example. that you do not have to have everything in common for people to be friends. Me, into anime chicks. You, opposite.
And me not really giving a shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like going down the table, it's like, otaku, neutral. What the fuck?
And that's
Sound
the
right?
thing. Yeah, that's pretty much our
I'm waiting for
relationship.
that one to yay or nay.
I like Mexicans. I like that whole culture thing. I like that whole culture.
I love different cultures too,
Yeah.
but that had nothing to do with the fucking.
Well, he's like, I like Japanese girls. I'm like,
Well, I was trying to
I
do
like
that as a
Mexicans.
comparison.
that
basis,
was
'cause
the
that's-
main focal point of the argument, and you just went.
I like
Yeah.
Mexico.
It's like I was basing everything.
I like Ireland
because-
and England. Don't like their laws, but I like the people. They're very nice from what
What
from
we
the ones I have
understand.
met.
It's like me. I'd go to New York again in a heartbeat.
Really?
Yeah. New York was amazing. Same with Jersey. Now, Boston,
That's because you went to an Irish place.
No,
As-
I'm just saying, like, everything growing up I'd ever heard was like, New Yorkers, New Jersey assholes, yada, yada.
Yeah.
Get up there, and New Yorkers were just as nice and pleasant as could be. The Jersey
Did you only go to
folks-
tourist attractions?
No.
Okay. I was going to say, because that's their job.
Dude,
If
I
you
went
think
places
about
like
it.
They have
Big
flash
Wings.
mobs that do nothing but be nice.
Yeah.
Take
But
your
yet-
garbage out of here when you leave.
But ironically, went into freaking Boston, stayed in the tourist traps, and was like, the hell? It's like, what's happening?
I don't know. But anyway,
I don't know. They're probably related to me at some point.
probably.
That's why we didn't get along.
I think it's time we end it.
Yeah.
We've got a long enough recording. Again, we apologize for the inconvenience of you guys not getting to see us live. Show us the chat window again so that way next week we can show them what we
Yeah.
got.
We were going to show you
better.
this.
That
so
way
we
when
can
y'all
all
have
interact.
chat, it's going to pop up there and it's going to have like really nice writing. So you guys will literally get to write on the wall. That's the
why
wall.
I did it like that. That's like a wall. That's
It
why I
looks
made
like
to-
you're writing on a wall. So it's
Yep.
really freaking cool. Can't wait for you guys to test it out. I'm sorry you didn't get a chance to test it out.
We missed you.
We have missed you guys. It's kind of felt a little bland here.
Yeah.
And we're not going as long, so it
Well,
really feels awkward.
we pretty much did every story we were going to do,
well,
but in almost half the time because we didn't have that interaction.
yeah, we didn't have that interaction, so it kind of killed half of the fun, really.
I miss our people.
I do too. We miss you guys.
I'm going live at
Let
some.
my people go.
I'm going to have to go live at some point later this week just to make up for it.
But anyway, so if you're new here and you don't know anything about us, you can go check us out at there, or you can
Our
go check out our
individual.
individual Twitters here. And that's pretty much it. So I'm Kyle the Irishman Morrow,
Alex Fatman Gregory,
James Papa Fuzzy Elite.
and together we are JAK. And please don't forget to
like,
Share.
subscribe. We'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.
on JAKLive.
Like J. Cole, it's my first time. Goddamn, man, she's so fine. She got a body and a sharp mind. Not a nine, she a straight dime. Short skirt and some hot socks. She finished out.